dot in here.
I don't see a red dot, but I see numbers changing.
Yeah, no, there's a red dot on the other side. There was.
I believe you.
Okay.
Hi everybody, Dave.
Hi, Sandra here. Welcome to our channel.
Thanks for joining us.
The Creative Wandering Duo.
Yeah, whatever you say. Yeah.
The TCWD.
That's the one. I hope you all had a good week and a good week coming up.
Yeah. I think anyway, we've had a very smoky week.
Very. It's almost to the point of I'm almost painful.
Yeah, it's been
Headaches.
causing a lot of breathing problems, and
we're doing a whole bunch of coughing ourselves.
yeah, some of the cabin owners up in the park were evacuated for a day or two. I guess they were allowed back in again, but it didn't look good for them. The park the Meadow Lake Provincial Park is only 168 kilometers north of us, which is about 120 miles, about 2 hour drive.
Yeah, about 2.5 hour drive, depending on
the road.
How well they fixed it.
Yeah, the last time we went up through Loon Lake and up Good Soil and up that way, it was horrible. Oh,
yeah.
I mean, you couldn't even go 50K.
Well, with the boat on, there were spots in there where
you almost lost the boat.
20K was almost too fast. It was banging too hard.
Yeah, it's just terrible. So then we started going up on Highway number 4 up through Meadow Lake and around that way.
Yeah.
Much better road.
Yeah, there's still spots though.
Yeah. But you're supposed to be on holidays.
Yeah, but I want to get to my holidays.
I want to get to the lake and get fishing. That's his story.
And I'm sticking to it.
But anyway, yeah. So, no, it's still, we had a couple of thunder showers with a very little rain.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's been dry.
As we were telling, as Sandy was telling a person she was talking to this morning, it's so dry around here, the firewood, you lay it out in the sun, it'll start on fire by itself. No work involved.
Yeah. There, Paul, that was just for you. And by the way, happy birthday.
Yes, happy birthday. When you get around to watching this, if you do.
If you do, yeah. I'll tell you about it. I'll send you a text message.
There you go.
Anyway, no.
I learned a few lessons this week.
Oh?
Uh-huh.
What did you learn?
I learned that you should never rely on somebody else having done something.
Who didn't do something?
Well,
maybe you don't want to name names, but
I inherited some tools.
Oh, yes.
From my grandfather.
Yes.
Now you have to understand, my grandfather was an engineer in the Canadian military repairing helicopters.
This is scary.
Yes. Me just thinking about it scares the bejeebers out of me. But this is what he was. This is what he did. And in his retirement, I don't know, maybe he's like me and forgot more than
he ever knew.
Most people will ever know. I don't think so, but when it comes to stuff like that, so yeah, I was counting on the fact that things were the way they're supposed to be, and they weren't, and I never checked, and that's a bad on me.
Always check no matter what.
Don't rely on, well, that person is such and such and so, and they know better, and don't rely on that. Do your own checks. You know what they say about assume, right?
Yeah.
I guess I assumed, and I get to pay the price.
Yeah.
So, how
But-
many times does it take to putting the workbench top together before you get it right? As many as it takes.
Depends how many morons are working on it. No.
Thank you, sweetheart.
It's like installing the light bulb. How many morons does it take?
Now let's try and be political. No,
I was.
we ain't.
You got one to hold the light bulb and 4 to turn the chair.
No.
5. I know, silly joke.
Well, there
I'm
was only
sorry, I
one
didn't-
moron working on this workbench, and that was me. I have to claim it. I'm the one that owns it.
I thought of the light bulb thing, and that's why it was a moron.
Yeah, well,
Because we used to always tell moron jokes when I was a kid.
yeah.
But
and
that could be politically incorrect now. I don't know.
I don't know either, and probably is because it seems like blinking your eyes is just about politically incorrect anymore, too.
Yeah, I know.
So, but yeah,
We grew up with thicker skins, I guess.
yeah, mine hasn't thinned out none.
That's a good thing, because you married me.
Good thing she's got tough, heavy skin too. Huh? She
Yeah.
accepted my proposal.
Yeah, I did.
She didn't know what she was in for at the time.
Yeah, he had me fooled.
Probably.
Oh, love is a wonderful thing.
It is a wonderful thing,
It
really.
can be really blind at times, but in other times not blind enough.
Well,
It goes both ways. Really, it does. There's times that I'm really glad pretends he's blind.
no, I don't have to pretend. I can't see a doggone thing.
Yeah, right. And he's the one bragging that he doesn't have to wear glasses anymore because he can see better than he used to.
Actually, I can't.
Yeah, he can. I can't. My glasses keep getting thicker.
My glasses, well, I need glasses to see long ways away, and when I'm driving, they help a lot. I can see further, more clearly.
Yeah.
But so yeah, there was that about this week.
And those are the legs.
These are the legs. And so far, everything is reclaimed.
It's all reclaimed wood, all from pallets, right?
Yeah.
And we're waiting on new blades for the planer, so you'll have that all apart again.
At least now,
It'll be
once through already, and I got the blade straightened out after I messed everything up, and on top of that, I did a few other things wrong too, like I didn't ensure that supposedly square edges were square. I had a mess when I got that glued up. But you know what?
I think,
They make tools to cut that stuff apart.
yeah, they do.
Thankfully.
And power tools.
Yeah. Yeah. And straighten things out.
Yeah.
So I got it back together again. It only took 2 times gluing that top together before.
Oh, we're gonna take a tour, and I'll take some video of it so they can see.
And I got legs made up for it. I just have to install the legs now. It's been there's been a little bit of research in where I need to put the legs, because there's a couple implements I want to put on the bench, a couple of vices, an end vice and a leg vice, and so it was research, find out a few ideas, do some measuring, and I'm at the point now where I can start laying out the legs and getting that all done up. So, barring too much more getting in the way, and there's a possibility of stuff getting in the way,
Always.
we're still alive, right? Life keeps happening.
Yeah, and I mean, it's a day-to-day thing.
Pretty
It depends
much.
on the weather, because he's working outside, so if it's extremely hot like it has been, and you're going to wonder, how come we're sitting here with sweaters and, you know, it's not that cold out. If it would have been minus 30 yesterday, we'd have been sitting out here in shorts and,
Yeah.
and t-shirts.
And figuring that we were in the middle of the Bahamas, but being as how it was 30 yesterday,
High 30s before that.
yeah.
We're talking Celsius.
Today is 14, 15 degrees right now.
Yeah, it's supposed to rain hopefully this afternoon sometime.
Tonight.
Tonight.
It's
Okay.
at over like over the nighttime. So
Okay.
we got this afternoon and this evening to go without rain, but then it's going to rain tonight.
So yeah, it feels chilly out here.
Yeah, it does.
It's, I don't know, put that sun behind a cloud and it just,
And that's not even so bad, but add the smoke to it.
yeah. It's kind of hard, because nice to have it cooler, because then we don't have the windows open and have that smoke inside.
Yeah, but it still gets you in.
It does. I mean, you open up the
How do
door
you get
and
rid of it?
It comes in, but it's not quite as bad as if we had the windows open. Like we've had the windows open and the fans blowing, but just to keep it cool. If you don't have to run the AC, why run it? Oh well.
So there's all that.
And we putzed around in the garden. There's more flowers blooming than there was before. Some of our pink daylilies are blooming, and the African daisies are blooming.
Yeah.
And he found a 4 o'clock blossom yesterday. About 4 o'clock. No, it was later than that.
No, it was about 4 o'clock. It was.
Yeah. My neighbor and I had just walked through there. She came over for some herbs and fresh picked herbs, and we were walking around, and we never. And I had kind of complained that I was wondering when they were ever going to bloom. He come home and there was a bloom.
Oh.
So it opened up. So and a pretty, really pretty flower. But it's closed with this overcast. And the portulaca are different this year. I have never had portulaca
Different
like that.
strain.
It must be, but yet still all called portulaca.
Yeah,
I didn't know there was different types. But these ones,
they have
they
different
don't look like
variations.
little roses. They're just single petals all the way around with the center, and come evening they close up and then they don't open up again.
They're
done.
probably the ones that look like little roses are probably double.
It doesn't say that on the package though. It doesn't say that when you buy it.
Yeah.
It
So
just says portulaca. So
Whatever.
I don't know. You get what you get, I guess. I've never seen this kind before.
but yeah, everything's doing really good.
Yeah. Pick
Probably
some peas.
probably be doing a little bit better if it would rain once, but
Yeah, or twice. But yeah, pick some peas and found
beans.
he found some beans.
yeah, Sandy was going along looking at them. Well, yeah, she wasn't even seeing the little ones like this. I think we need to take her in for a new pair of glasses.
I know I need new glasses.
But she wasn't even seeing
The little ones.
little ones that were on the outside, and I took and spread the leaves apart a little bit, and I mean, they're leaves.
They're huge leaves this year.
And there's beans in there about this long. I mean,
Nice and tender beans.
they were skinny, but they're
Very
they're nice and
tender.
tender, nice and tender.
So, yeah, and I had thinned out the carrots, so we had a bunch of just itty-bitty little carrots. And I figured, well, peas and carrots.
Which is great.
And I added some beans. And, oh, they were tasty.
Oh yeah, they were. I
Very
don't like
tasty.
green beans or yellow beans a whole bunch, but those was good eating.
The sandflies are nasty out here. I've got a couple great big welts on my neck already. They keep going after me. You
That's
have to
just 'cause
put perfume on you so that they go after you.
Well, it's just because you're so sweet.
Yeah, thank you.
It's true.
Thank you. I'll pay you off later.
Awesome. Finally, a paycheck. No.
Oh dear. And I actually got 2 little bagfuls frozen, fresh
Yep.
produce in the freezer. So that
And
feels kind of nice. It'll be a couple of nice meals. We
and
don't have a great big garden. It's just
No.
small. But to have
it's spread out all over the yard, but
actually to put down some fresh vegetables is nice.
yep.
Even if it is only a couple of bags for a couple of meals, it's still out of our garden. It's nice.
That's what we were kind of hoping for, is to, yes, be able to eat some of the produce this summer, but hopefully maybe a little bit over the winter time.
Yeah, it would be nice. And I joined the Saskatchewan Gardeners Club on YouTube, on Facebook, that's what it is, and found out what's happening with our zucchini. Couldn't grow zucchini last year. This year the same thing was happening. It was rotting off the end. So I found out how to fix that. And
We have some
we
zucchinis
have,
growing.
yeah,
They started out like about maybe that long,
Yeah.
something like that, when Sandy looked at them. That was about 4 days ago.
yeah. Now they're about that long
She-
and that round.
Yeah.
They're nice.
Yeah. Well, there's one in there that's
Yeah.
about 8-10 inches long
Yeah.
and nice and thick.
Yeah.
So
We're gonna have some zucchini.
now that we've
Figured out what to do.
yeah, but you know that's life too, right? It's a learning experience.
Yeah. Well, you gotta
Excuse me.
figure it all out, and I don't know, there's things that when you have a small raised bed garden, you're not on the farm type thing, growing a garden or have a great big ground garden. You have to do things a little differently.
Yes, and in the raised beds and stuff like that, you don't necessarily plant that many of all stuff. So
Yeah,
when one plant withers and dies, it's almost like a catastrophe. It's like, oh, what do we need to do to fix this kind of thing?
yeah.
So, being as how we want to be as efficient as we can with the garden, it's like, okay, so let's figure out what to do to fix this. And
I made a lot of mistakes this year, like you're not supposed to put nightshade plants close to your tomato plants. Well, guess what? The rhubarb is a nightshade plant, and so is the potatoes, I found out, and they're both right close to the tomatoes. You're not supposed to have them there. And the potatoes and the tomatoes, if the potatoes have a blight, the tomatoes will get a blight. If the tomatoes have a blight, the potatoes will get it.
so far, they're both looking good.
Well, the tomatoes look kind of funny, but
That's not because of the
that's not
potatoes
no,
or the rhubarb.
no.
Well, maybe the rhubarb a little bit, because the rhubarb was
Taken over.
shading them
Yeah.
pretty good.
Our rhubarb has never done anything, ever. And
we've
this
been here
year-
for a long time, and it's been
this-
here since before we moved here.
Yeah, and this year, I'm actually able to
Do something with
do
rhubarb
something with the rhubarb.
from our garden.
From our garden. I bought a little bit from a neighbor, and I made rhubarb jam, like my mom used to. And I'm sorry, there's no recipe.
Yes, there is. It's in your head.
It's just one of those hand-down recipes. and if you put lemons and oranges in it, it's almost like a rhubarb marmalade. Oh, it's been a long time since we've had that. We've been enjoying it.
Uh-huh.
And all the jars sealed, so
Even the one jar that wasn't supposed to seal sealed.
yeah. So he went and made toast one evening because he was going to have rhubarb jam, and this jar was sealed and he didn't open it. Guess what? Next morning for breakfast, I wanted rhubarb jam. I had rhubarb jam.
She's entitled. She's the one that made it.
That jar got opened. He's now enjoying it too.
Yeah.
But you have to. Well, you always have to have a taster.
Uh-huh.
Make sure it's still good.
Yeah.
The rest we'll enjoy in wintertime.
There you go. If it makes it that long.
Slap his fingers.
You could slap your fingers, you mean.
Nope, I have to get more rhubarb so I can make rhubarb sauce.
Okay.
It's like, yeah, eat that with toast too, but you make a big bowl full of the rhubarb sauce and then you dip the toast in and you spoon it on so it's nice and thick.
I do that anyhow.
I know you do.
The toast is just there to hold up the topping.
I know.
Thank you, Dad.
Yeah, that's what my dad told our boys.
I heard.
And he hasn't forgot.
I took it to heart.
Uh-huh. Anyway. Well,
Are we finished blab-libbing now?
blab-libbing, yeah. How do you like that word, by the way?
It's awesome, actually. It really should be in the dictionary.
Yeah. It really should. Maybe it'll make it there now.
Maybe.
Anyway, you're supposed to what? Subscribe, yeah.
Yes, and leave a comment, hit the like button, and the bell button. It all helps grow the channel.
And hitting the like button is so easy. It's just click.
And you know what?
And it helps. It helps.
And you know what? None of it costs a cent.
None of it. It's all free. Yeah, it helps. It helps our channel, and we're grateful for that.
Yeah, and we would appreciate more subscribes and likes and comments, and even if you don't like it, that's all right too. You know.
Yeah, click that one too. That's okay.
Because we understand that
we're just not everybody's flavor.
we may be too sweet, huh?
Yeah. There you go. Anyway. Have a great week. We'll see you next weekend.
And take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Your turn to try it.
What do I gotta do?
That's the video thing. You gotta hit that so it turns on. See if it works for you.
Turn it on.